Good morning and welcome to this week's news outlook. So I'm Joseph, coming to you from Eightcap. We're looking at our economic calendar that's found in our client portal. It's a tool that we have available for new account holders. So just running through it, so anything that is in green is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. So generally we'll only cover the high impact releases during the week, as the medium and low impacts can be a bit hit and miss. The mediums can be a little bit more in terms of volatility, but they generally need large discrepancies in the numbers that have been reported to what's expected to see some sort of strong reaction from the market. So we don't have anything of high impact on Monday, so we'll start on Tuesday, and the key one for Tuesday is the harmonized index of consumer prices. So it's forecast to come in 6.5%, and that's coming out of Germany. Now, moving on to Wednesday, so we have a couple on Wednesday. CPI coming out of China. It's expected as well to come in lower. The previous data before that was 0.0, and we have the the Reserve Bank of New Zealand inflation expectations quarter on quarter. So the key one this week will be Thursday and Friday, and Saturday morning or Friday in the US, and that'll be the US CPI data. So this will probably be the big one for the week. I think the market will be paying most attention to this. We had a mixed NFP employment data on Friday, and I think with the market still trying to gauge rate rise expectations, this could be another decent piece of the puzzle. At this stage, they're looking at CPI to come in at 0.2%. The year-on-year to come in at 3.3 is the forecast. So the last figure was at 3%, so it's a slight increase, and the core to come in at 0.2. So we'll be looking to see if we get any, not blowouts, but if anything comes in above or below expectations. If it comes in below expectations, we'll look for the dollar to continue to decline. If it beats expectations, we'd look for a recovery in the dollar. I'd also think that could be negative for stocks, but if it misses, it could be a good sign for stocks. And we did discuss the US 30 and the other indexes earlier, and if we would see the market try to find a bit of a support point. So I think there will be a lot of attention, and traders will be keeping a good eye on this one on Thursday. Now, as we progress along, we have on Friday, we have GDP coming out from the UK, and they're looking for 0.1%, and the year-on-year as well from the UK. And we also have the producer price index as well, which is the PPI. It's another inflationary piece, so there will be attention on this as well, and they're looking for 0.2% as well. And if that does miss, and it does back up the CPI with a miss, then we'll be looking for a negative reaction from the dollar, and if it does, and the positive reaction from stocks, and if it does come in higher than expected combined with a higher CPI, that should give the dollar a bit of a boost this week, and also could be negative for stocks. So these two are probably the key this week coming out for inflationary data wise. I think attention wise, they should be have the potential to see the biggest movements. So obviously we have individual data coming out for different currencies, but generally the dollar tends to rule, and that's where a lot of the focus will be on, and normally has the main influences on the risk currencies during the week, and stocks to a degree as well. So just to finish the week as well, we have consumer sentiment index coming out as well from Michigan, and it's forecast for 70.9. So just again to recap, the keys this week will be the Chinese CPI data will definitely be watched on Wednesday locally here, and by other other traders as well, just to see how the recovery in China is going. So then I think then obviously the real focus of the week will be on the US CPI and on the PPI coming out as well the following day, and also the UK GDP, just to see where they're at. They're looking for a better increase in the CPI in the GDP after a minus 0.1% on the last data. So if it does come in hotter than expected, that could also be a bit of a worry in terms of if the economy is going too hot in the UK, as they have had inflation problems, and they just did start to cool, but they did raise rates last week as well. So that would be one as well, just to keep an eye on from the pound point of view. So it's not a huge week, but there's definitely a couple very important pieces of data to come out this week to hopefully give us a bit more of a shape and an idea of the rate situation as well in America. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the best for the rest of your week, and good trading, and bye for now.